Air Force basketball on Altitude is brought to you by Q-Burger Subaru. As the Falcons fall to the Boise State Broncos 59-52 here at Clune Arena. Vic Lombardi, Katie Wingy on the call. And man, Air Force had it right there. They were down 15 in the second half. They battle back. They take a 1-point advantage. Just could not take it from there.
They couldn't, but give them credit for the way that they adjusted at halftime, because they came out and fought with everything they had against this Boise State team. At the end of the day, it just came down to the little things, taking care of the basketball down the stretch, making free throws down the stretch, playing disciplined defense down the stretch. And the Broncos, they made baskets when they needed to against this Air Force team.
That's why they're 8-2 in conference play, second best record here in the Mountain West. Let's take a look at the highlights. Started the game with the Reedus Petritus show. He was scoring from everywhere early.
Had the first 6 points for the Falcons. You see him going to work inside right here, attacking with a purpose, finishing through contact. He also had some great cuts, but on the other side, Max Rice heated up for this Broncos team. Scored inside a couple buckets, and then everything opened up for him offensively. He was a force to be reckoned with for this Boise State team, especially in that first half. As we head to the second half now, really good effort from the Falcons, Vic, in terms of turning it up a couple notches, being aggressive and attacking inside to start the second.
Jeffrey Mills made some big buckets down the stretch, and Petritus with 20 points ties his career high. At that point, they would take a 1-point lead. Petritus was everywhere tonight. On the rim, on the rebound, he could do no wrong. Tyson Degenhart, 2 points in the first half, finished with 9. He made some big buckets as well.
And was so poised for this Broncos team, especially down the stretch when they needed a bucket. They absolutely looked to him more in the second half. A couple other players stepped up around him, but again, the Broncos made buckets when they needed to make buckets in this game. This final play right here, all the way down the floor, that sealed the deal from Abo.
Shabuzo Abo ended it for the Falcons, 59-52, your final score. Both teams struggling from three. Falcons 4 of 24 in this game. The turnovers certainly hurt Air Force. 17 points for Boise State off Air Force turnovers. And
Air Force's defense was pretty good against Boise when they could go back and defend them in a half-court situation. But when you turn the ball over, especially in live ball turnover situations, it's really hard to defend. And the Broncos were able to get off and run and find some easy ways to score in that situation.
So now 4 straight losses for Air Force, and the road doesn't get much easier. They have to go to Nevada, a Nevada team that beat them here at Clune earlier in the season.
It's going to be tough. In the Mountain West, every game is competitive. Every game is tough. The more losses that you have, sometimes it gets a little bit more tense. You put more pressure on yourself. But the good news about this game is there's a lot of good that you can take away from it if you're Air Force. Build on those good habits. Find ways to just chip away, and then you'll find yourself getting some wins.
And we got our bucket hats. We leave with something.
There were buckets had tonight.
Yeah, there were plenty of buckets by 2 players in particular. That'll do it here from Clune Arena. For Altitude Sports, Falcons and Broncos took us down to the wire. Heck of a finish, 59-52. We're back Friday night. Your Falcons hockey team takes on Mercyhurst. This has been a presentation of Altitude Sports and Entertainment, your home for the Air Force Falcons. For myself, Vic Lombardi, Katie Wingy, the entire crew, thanks for joining us. We'll see you all season long on Altitude.